Whenever people discuss who the greatest player of the Premier League is, one name is always mentioned.
One player that you were frightened of?
Henry.
Thierry Henry.
I'd have to say Henry.
Thierry Henry had it all. He was lightning quick, full of flair and swagger, and above all, he knew how to score goals. The Frenchman dazzled the Premier League like no one else. Yet like many football legends, his ascent was not a straight path. And this is the story of his rise to the top. Thierry Henry was born and raised in the rough neighborhood of Les Ulis. Despite its rough surroundings, the neighborhood has produced several quality footballers. After joining a few local clubs and showcasing his potential, Henry caught the eye of a Monaco scout, who urged him to join the club without attending a single trial. But before joining Monaco's youth team, the club recommended Henry to Clairefontaine, the country's top football academy. Despite Henry not meeting the required academic standards for Clairefontaine, they made an exception for him because of his immense talent. After his time at Clairefontaine, Henry joined Monaco's youth team with the aspirations of joining the first team, which was then managed by Arsene Wenger. And he finally got his chance when Wenger handed him his professional debut in 1994. Although Wenger suspected that Henry's future would be as a striker, he started him as a left winger, mainly because of his pace, ball control and dribbling skills. But not long after Henry's debut, Wenger was dismissed due to a poor start to the season. Consequently, Henry's chances were limited throughout the season. However, in the following season, Henry got more opportunities to impress, and by the end of the season, he was named the French Young Footballer of the Year in 1996. He was so impressive that Real Madrid approached him and had him sign a pre-contract that same year. However, the deal was later ruled to be void, as FIFA deemed Real Madrid's approach illegal, and it was also discovered that Henry's agent was not licensed. But this did not deter Henry from performing on the pitch, as he scored 9 goals in the 96-97 league season, helping Monaco clinch the title. In the following season, he scored 7 goals in the Champions League campaign as Monaco reached the semi-finals. His brilliant form earned him a spot in the 1998 French World Cup squad, where he finished as their top scorer as France won the prestigious trophy. After the highs of winning the World Cup, it all came crashing down as Henry's form dipped, leading to his eventual demotion to the under-21s. And by January, Henry was put on the market by Monaco, with 2 teams showing strong interest, Arsenal and Juventus. Henry was keen on a move to Arsenal, as he was eager to be reunited with Arsene Wenger. However, Arsenal pulled out of the race, as they were unwilling to pay the £10.5 million Monaco demanded, and eventually Juventus ended up signing the young talent. However, things didn't go well for Henry in Italy, as the Frenchman struggled to adapt to the style of play. The Juventus coach at the time, Carlo Ancelotti, used the 3-5-2 formation, positioning the pacey winger as a wide midfielder, which didn't play to his strengths. And by the end of the season, club director Luciano Moggi was planning to send Henry on loan to Udinese. However, Henry was completely against it and begged his French compatriots at Arsenal to tell Arsene Wenger that he really wanted to move to Highbury. Luckily for him, Arsenal had agreed a massive deal to sell Nicolas Anelka to Real Madrid. As a result, they were in search for a replacement and had the funds available this time. So on August 3, 1999, Arsenal unveiled Thierry Henry after splashing £11 million on him. He finally got the chance to be reunited with the coach who gave him his professional debut. And this time Arsene Wenger had something different in store for him. He moved Henry from a winger to striker, despite the player himself not fully believing in the idea.
Work up as a winger. People knows me around the world as a winger. I'm established as a winger. And you want me to play in the middle? I say, yeah, trust me.
Henry's start to his Arsenal career was rough, as he failed to score in his first 8 games, a tough patch for any striker. but he finally broke his goal drought with a beautiful strike against Southampton.
Scored a terrific goal. It's first as an Arsenal player.
And after that, the goals started to flow, and by the end of the season, he had scored 26 goals in all competitions. Henry continued his goal-scoring form into the next season, netting 22 goals in all competitions. He had emerged as one of the best strikers in the division, validating Wenger's decision to convert him into a striker. He reached a different level in the 2001-2002 season, netting 32 goals in all competitions, which played a crucial role in Arsenal securing the domestic double. And his tally of 24 league goals earned him his first Golden Boot. Henry had a remarkable campaign in the following season, scoring 24 goals and providing 20 assists in the Premier League alone. This perfectly showcased his all-round game. He wasn't just a striker who scored tap-ins, but rather an elite player who could dribble, score goals and create chances for others. For his incredible season, he was nominated for the Ballon d'Or and made it to the final three. However, he lost to Pavel Nedved and finished as the runner-up. Just to highlight the magnitude of his personal season, it's worth noting that the only other player to ever record 20 plus goals in the league and also provide 20 plus assists is Lionel Messi. Despite the presence of numerous incredible playmakers and creative midfielders in the Premier League since then, no player has managed to surpass his 20 assist mark. After the Ballon d'Or disappointment, Henry enjoyed his most prolific season at Arsenal, scoring 30 goals in the Premier League alone. His contributions were instrumental in Arsenal winning the Premier League without losing a single game, a feat that earned them the label the Invincibles. Henry won both the PFA and Football Writers Player of the Year back-to-back. Additionally, he finished fourth in the 2004 Ballon d'Or voting. Henry had become the face of the Premier League, and it wasn't just Arsenal fans who adored him. The whole of England was in awe of the dazzling Frenchman. And despite Arsenal's inability to secure the league title in the following seasons, Henry remained undoubtedly the best player in the league, clinching the Golden Boot for 3 consecutive seasons. His consistency at the very top was absolutely incredible. Between 2001 and 2006, Henry scored 30 plus goals in all competitions for 5 consecutive seasons, earning him the European Golden Shoe twice in the process. He's the only French player to ever win the award. After a magnificent campaign in the 2005-2006 season, Henry guided Arsenal to their first ever Champions League final. However, after going a man down early in the first half, Arsenal lost the final to Barcelona with a score of 2-1. Henry then went on to reach the World Cup final with France in 2006, but it was another heartbreak for him as France were beaten by Italy on penalties. So after his impressive individual season, Henry finished third in the Ballon d'Or rankings behind World Cup winners Cannavaro and Buffon. In the following season, Henry's campaign was plagued with injuries, and he ended the Premier League season with 10 goals in 17 appearances, his lowest tally since arriving in England. With Arsenal no longer contending for major trophies, Henry moved to Barcelona in 2007, hoping to finally win the one trophy that had eluded him for so long. Thierry Henry left Arsenal as the club's all-time top scorer, surpassing Ian Wright's record. But he wasn't just an Arsenal legend, he was a legend of the Premier League. To this day, he holds the record for the most Golden Boot wins, most assists in a season, and the most consecutive 20-plus goal seasons. He was a special player who possessed almost everything: elite finishing, dribbling, pace, playmaking, flashy skills, and even free kicks. Fun fact, he has scored the most free kick goals in the Premier League by a foreign player alongside Cristiano Ronaldo and Gianfranco Zola. He is considered as one of the most complete players the Premier League has ever seen, and is regarded by many as the greatest player to have ever graced the Premier League. Though he wasn't the main man at Barcelona, Henry still had a good spell with the Catalans, where he finally won the Champions League, completing one of the most decorated trophy cabinets by a player. After Barcelona, he moved to the MLS, but before finishing his playing career, he returned to Arsenal for a short loan spell. And it was then when he created arguably one of the best comeback moments in sports history.
Henry, chance, goal! He may be cast in bronze, but he's still capable of
He is deeply revered by the Red Side of London, where his statue stands proudly in front of their ground. Yet Henry's appeal transcends club loyalties. He is cherished by football fans worldwide. For many, he is the reason they fell in love with the beautiful game. Today, Henry delights fans with his humorous punditry skills, but his legacy will forever be defined by the brilliance he brought to the pitch. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, see ya.